Hi, I'm Casey Gilchrist. I'm the Senior Director of International Business Development with the Greater Phoenix Economic Council, and I oversee our business attraction strategy for both Europe and Canada at the Greater Phoenix Economic Council. Yeah, a lot of people say we're new, but we've actually had a pretty established base in the semiconductor industry. Motorola actually invested in Greater Phoenix in the 80s, 70s, 80s, and a lot of spin-offs came out of Motorola, and so the talent workforce pipeline was established pretty early on in our statehood, and it's just grown ever since. And with Intel establishing in Chandler, Arizona, it's taken off even further, and then the newest investment with TSMC coming in from Taiwan has just catapulted us to one of the best hubs in the United States. Definitely semiconductor. The whole supply chain from start to finish is established in Greater Phoenix in some capacity. But we're also seeing a lot of interest in the e-mobility space, or electric and autonomous vehicles. And because of that, we're also seeing a lot of interest in the battery sector. So we're seeing battery manufacturing, battery recycling, and just new and emerging technologies that are coming out of the battery industry. Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of our European investments are coming out of the UK. We have, of course, Germany is always a strong contender, but we also have a lot of Swiss investment as well. So I will say that over the past 3 fiscal years or so, we've seen a lot of interest from UK-based companies, German companies, and Swiss companies. But I'm hoping to get some more Nordic companies coming to Greater Phoenix as well. So similar to other regional economic development organizations, GPEC can offer a variety of services, and they're all complementary to the clients that we work with. So our strongest asset is our research. GPEC is very research focused, and so we are able to provide research analysis from a labor cost perspective to an operational cost perspective to the clients that we assist. So that way it can help them make an informed decision about their expansion decision. Yeah, I would say sector-wise, semiconductor, we also have a very strong and established healthcare and biomedical ecosystem. And then from an emerging tech perspective, we're seeing a lot of interest in clean tech or climate tech type of companies because of the environment that we're in. Yeah, we actually have quite a few accelerators and soft landing opportunities, especially for international companies. So the one that I'd like to highlight is the Global Growth Accelerator. That's actually an accelerator that was formed in partnership with my organization, GPEC, and Arizona State University. And it offers 3 months of free office space for international companies that are interested in exploring our market. Yeah, so we have the Arizona Manufacturers Council, but we also have the Semi-Arizona chapter. So if you're a semiconductor in that space, the Semi-Arizona chapter is very strong.
All right, so with your expertise, what makes a site selection process successful?
I definitely think mitigating risk. That's kind of how we approach site selection at GPEC, is how do we reduce the risk as much as possible for the companies that we assist. Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, best advice is to engage with a group like GPEC. We have a variety of services that we can offer you. We also have a very robust network that we can connect you with. The second piece of advice is really understand your project scope. That's going to be your best asset when you're interfacing with groups like myself and other groups at the state level or even at the local level. And my third piece of advice would be to really understand the business environment that you're going into. Incentives are great, especially they sweeten a deal for 3 to 5 years. But once that period, that grace period is gone, you're going to be left in a community where you have to pay the taxes, recruit labor. I've had a lot of companies come back to me and say, oh, I wish I would have established in a different community because now I can't find the labor that I want. So a sweet incentive deal is great, but it's not always the top priority. I would just say that Arizona is a very diverse community. We have industries from, like I said, semiconductor, advanced manufacturing, but we also have a really emerging startup ecosystem as well. So for any Nordic companies that are in the startup space that want to come and test a new market in the United States, we have a lot of options that are available to you to soft land.